Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new season of the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise rebuild. It's now season 4. I've made quite a few changes to the team already a few years in, and I'm excited to see what the team looks like this season. It's been a tough series so far. We have failed to make the playoffs in the first 3 years of this series, as I've been trying to build this team a new offense. Last year, it started to take some steps around quarterback Marquise McLeod. He was improved from year 1 to year 2. We need a better leap now in season 3. These 2028 stats, by the way, are still preseason. I haven't simmed to week 1 quite yet, as I take care of the final roster and setting up things. So as far as the final moves that were made, I'll explain all these edits here in a moment. We're going down to 5 receivers. The leader in receiving during the preseason, Jared Hutchinson, he goes to the practice squad. We have a couple receivers there, along with Terrell Dillon, Eddie Villalobos. As far as more notable cuts or players not making the team, Will Howard is released. We're down to 3 quarterbacks. He has no practice squad eligibility. We're going to have 3 running backs, so Keenan McMillan is on the practice squad. Sergio Hargrove, a 5th-round pick I made in Season 2, he goes to the practice squad. And we ended up with 3 undrafted free agents actually making the team. That includes Antoine Byers, who's going to be one of our depth cornerbacks, a 6'3", 91 speed cornerback. I always like to find these intriguing athletes to start developing and see if they ever get a chance. Then we have a guard that made the roster in Ben Flanagan. And then the UDFA I'm most excited about is actually going to be our tight end 3 in Britton Hawkins. 6'3", 273 with 84 speed, 87 acceleration. So he's the best athlete at tight end that we have. He also has 63 run blocking, but his run block power is lower than everybody else on the team, so I'm not sure how I should grade that when the run blocking is high. I think splitting it up between 3 ratings is a bit much. I think 2 max should be kind of the way they structure that. But Britton Hawkins, I have found another undrafted player to start hyping up. And I've been thinking like this offense needs a little bit more of a big play element out of the tight end. So we'll just see how it goes this year. I'd like for us to throw downfield more. I have adjusted the playbook again. One of my main priorities in year 4 is to get more aggressive on 2nd down. Give us a chance to stretch the field. 3rd down is where you do what you got to do to extend the drive. But I want to take more chances on 2nd down, considering the types of receiver talents we have. I'm looking at Joey Riddick this year to have a big 3rd season in the NFL. His route running hasn't developed tremendously, so I've actually moved him to the wide receiver 1 spot, which sounds, backwards. Why would I want him 1 and not 2? Wide receiver 1s line up on the offense's left, and that keeps them more so on the CB2. And if I just look at, the kind of targets that DK Metcalf has been getting, I want to give that workload to Joey Riddick. More down the field, but also more quick hitters where he can make plays with that blazing speed. I don't think that we've gotten everything out of Joey Riddick, not even close. We added Xavier Legette in the offseason, so we have depth that can certainly make big plays. We are also going to see more of Chase Brown running the football this year. He's actually going to get the chance to be the lead running back right away, but it's very much a hot hand situation. I've also moved Zach O'Neal to right guard instead of left, as we added Peter Skoronski in the offseason. O'Neal is still developing as a run blocker. When I drafted him, he was a pure pass protection guy, but I do think that the run blocking has caught up really nicely, and he's far more balanced now. After starting the offseason without a 1st-round pick, I had to trade up into the 1st to draft Chris Leonard, and we're going to unleash him today. The linebacker situation was a weakness last year after trading away Patrick Queen. Well, we just added one of the best rookie linebackers that will ever get taken in this franchise. He has yet to play an NFL down, but he has 82 awareness, is an outstanding tackler, and with time should become a very complete player. 81 injury is a concern, but worth the risk. I also brought in Damone Clark, who will be one of our 3 starting linebackers. Probably going to see more of Leonard and Wilson. Peyton Wilson still has the edge over Clark in pass coverage. So I think that I've shored up a lot with this team, especially the struggling defense last season. We swap out coordinators, we change the playbook, and we add Leonard, Clark, and safety Julian Love. So he and Kobe Bryant are the starters right now, but with time, I would like to get Nick Bernal into the starting role. I just think that maybe not right away. I want our best chance to get wins early in the season. We have not made the playoffs yet, so it might come, a handful of weeks into the year with some good upgrades, +3 coverage. That certainly gets him a little bit closer. And one guy whose role is actually going to change this year. You'll notice that Patrick Stewart's listed down here as the CB4. So I don't know if he really has a major future on this team. 2 years in, haven't seen him make splash plays as a starter. The development hasn't taken any of his core ratings into the 80s. So I'm going to try something this year, listing him as the CB4, because I think he has the athleticism and everything to play cornerback, not just safety. So the CB4 might not play a ton. They do play a lot on special teams, though, and he's going to be a primary backup then at corner, at safety, and we'll see if he ends up carving out a role. If not, I also have him on the trade block. All right, so what am I doing here with all this editing? Well, these players are undrafted free agents. And when you sign an undrafted free agent in Madden, they're simply given a 1-year contract. The issue there is that after 1 year, they think of themselves like free agents because they're no longer under contract, and they ask for money that outpaces what an undrafted free agent should make in their 2nd year, 3rd year, whatever. So I've done this in past series, haven't done it in this one until this year, but I've edited their contracts to be 3 seasons. In real life, undrafted players are on 3-year deals. After that's up, they become restricted free agents, and that's not a feature inside of Madden. In real life, restricted free agents can be signed to offer sheets from opposing teams, but oftentimes they have to give up a pick in order to get that player. Depends what the original club, what kind of tender they sign them to. I could go in more detail, but Madden doesn't have the feature anyway. But basically, I've just given these players 3-year contracts, so they'll hit free agency eventually, but teams won't be forced to re-sign them immediately. I'm going to clean it up here for the rest of the players, but if this is something you wanted to do yourself, the fastest way to do it is come here to the salary screen, because it's going to show you the length of contract everybody has. And if you just want to edit those undrafted free agents, search for players who have 1 length, 1 remaining. I recommend sorting by age, because it's all going to be players who are 24 and under. And when you see the 1 length, 1 remaining, you check them out. Are they actually a rookie? Yes. And then in this case, for the Buccaneers, a superstar tight end was found by them, undrafted. Should they have to re-sign him like a free agent after this season? No. I'm going to go in and edit, and we'll see that the contract is 1 year. We'll simply make it 3, and then boom. They now have a superstar tight end under contract for 3 years. It does take a little time. It is a little tedious, but sorting through by age here, you can see that, okay, there are only a few candidates we actually have to check out. You know, a player like Enrique Barron was almost certainly an undrafted free agent previously. I'm mainly focused on it for key positions. I do this so that teams who have intriguing free agents... Are you kidding me? An X-Factor linebacker? What? I'm doing this so teams can keep their undrafted free agents for at least a few years before signing them to anything larger. Holy cow. I've never seen that. The amount of gems in this game is unbelievable. What a find. The Chiefs are winning undrafted free agency, a superstar development fullback now. We're getting ready for week 1, and into the office walks in Caleb Johnson. Been putting in some good reps. You said to sync up this week, so here I am. Am I getting named the starter or what? We're going to say more is needed. He didn't prove it in preseason. It's time to see what Chase Brown can do with some more touches. I was hoping for something better, but at least it's not a no. No, it is no, Caleb. Like, you're not starting. I'll take on any challenge. What do you have in mind? Split first team reps in practice, and you'll also be getting some extra snaps in game. So, 150 yards and a touchdown over the first 3 weeks. He's going to get some carries. That's actually a pretty cool challenge. I think that's reasonable. A few of our abilities here early on are going to be defensive oriented. I want this linebacker training XP increased by 40%. That's going to help out with Chris Leonard early on. We're going to increase zone coverage for the entire secondary when calling cover 2. And then we're going to increase our coverage on blitz plays. The idea is that we can get our pass defense significantly better this season after the struggles of last year. And the new season gets underway against the Cincinnati Bengals, who appear to be higher rated than us to start the year on both offense and defense. Joe Burrow is a 99, so is Jamar Chase. They somehow still have Trey Hendrickson, Marco Rodriguez, and T. Higgins. How have they made this work? Well, Shamar Stewart has possibly worked out for them. They've had some good development at corner. Interesting, Dylan Sampson has developed and actually become their lead running back coming over from Cleveland. We'll upgrade Caleb Johnson with the power back upgrade, getting break tackle, stiff arm, and trucking. And ahead of his very first game, his NFL debut, Chris Leonard. 3 block shed, 2 play rec, and 2 zone coverage. I can't wait to unleash him. So will this become the season that we've been waiting for? I thought season 3 was going to be that. But this team's better. I do think it's more optimized. And we open with a lot of division games early in the season. So I feel by the time we hit the trade deadline, we're going to have a lot of valuable information. Season 4 in the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise rebuild is now underway. And the kick is taken by rookie wide receiver. That is Alejandro Gonzalez, who will be our returner, both kicks and punts. And now Marquise McLeod opens his 3rd NFL season. This is the make or break year where we really see, like, do we want to continue to build around him the way we have? And he's going to open, losing the ball. And Chase Brown falls on the fumble. What was that? Zach Frazier just didn't block him. Great loss of 11 on first down. Chase Brown, his first carry, that's no gain. And now Trey Hendrickson, he's down. So it's 3rd and forever for McLeod, who will just dump the ball off. What a terrible drive. And can we make it tough on Joe Burrow and a really talented Bengals offense? My focus this year is on the pass defense, and what better challenge in week 1 than Joe Burrow and the Bengals, who open with a run and a gain of 4. Second straight run, and the stop is made. And motion out the tight end now. 3rd down and 4. Fake the screen. Burrow wide open. And that looks to be Marco Rodriguez. Play fake. And Rodriguez again. He turns it up. Slips a tackle. It's a first down. They empty out the backfield now and get it to T. Higgins. 9-yard gain. And Burrow on the screen. 3rd and 2. Bengals take it inside the 10. Blitz coming. Pass knocked down. Chris Leonard jumping up to knock that down. You never see that from a linebacker. He's already different. Second down, pressure coming, never felt it, and the Bengals recover. Roderick Barber knocked the ball out, and I thought we were going to take it. There he is. Burrow couldn't feel that rush. So suddenly a couple plays back to back, now third down. Trying to hold him to 3. And Burrow steps up and dumps it underneath. I'll take that end of the drive. Please tell me this next drive goes a little bit better, though. I'm tired of hyping up seasons and then week 1 is the most, flat performance of all time. The first throw caught. And that's Jalen McMillan returning as the wide receiver 3. Now second down, Chase Brown, and Hendrickson has him losing a couple more. Steelers third down, sticking with the run, there is Chase Brown. I just felt like he played so well last year and simply showed more ability to create in some tough areas than the other running backs. Quick throw now, Joey Riddick. We need more layups for him because he can turn those into big plays. We're across the 50 now. And a deep drop for McLeod, who throws a pick to the defense. That's Logan Wilson. And Chase Brown makes the tackle. And the Boo Birds are already out here in Pittsburgh. That's just really good coverage. He comes off the first receiver in the area, jumps that route. The timing game is really tricky, and sometimes I set up my offenses to almost ignore it. Just give me all routes where the receivers are moving at the catch point. I've had to do that in a lot of series, actually. Nice tackle, Peyton Wilson. But when I was doing a lot of the Saints franchise, and I was really frustrated with the way the quick passing game was playing in Madden, and I was actually playing every game. Nice play by Higgins. But I was literally refusing to run plays where my receivers would stop or be coming back to the football. Burrow sneaks, and man, the injury timeouts are hitting every play, it seems. But yeah, the quick passing game in Madden has felt a little weird. It's gotten better with CFB and I think the last couple years. But I have a hard time trusting it because the edge seems to be so much on defense and high reaction linebackers. Burrow faking from the 15, dishes it out, and they'll give him a first down. The defense was able to hold him last time. How about now? Pressure picked up, and the pass is complete to the 3. Third down, gotta be a throw. And Burrow throws the screen outside, and it's a touchdown. Cutting it downhill. Bengals will make this a 2-possession game. We blocked the extra point, so it's 9-0 Bengals, and McLeod throws again, but it's incomplete for Metcalf. We have to accept the possibility that although his ratings are good, that McLeod may not be the answer this season. I don't know yet. He finds Joey Riddick. We got to see improvement. That's the main thing. And if McLeod can show good improvement in a more aggressive offense, then I think we'll have our answer. Second down and 9. Downfield, Joey Riddick. That's more like it. I think second down is going to become more of our aggressive down as Chase Brown, the former Bengal, gains 8. Dude, why is everyone getting hurt? This is wild. Troy Fautanu now. First down, we're kind of taking it easy. Second down, we're opening it up. And third down, we'll do what we got to do. Chase Brown on 2nd and 2. That's the one area there where the other two running backs have the edge. Short yardage. When you got to get that extra yard, Chase Brown probably isn't your guy. Now third down and inches. And McLeod's going to take off. He wants to throw it, though. And Riddick lays out. What a decision. Touchdown, Steelers. He gave up the easy scramble there so he could let it fly. If you're going to make a decision like that, you just better be right. And McLeod was. What a catch. Bengals quick 3 and out. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get some momentum going. Not like that. 26, Jalen McMillan. All right, getting Caleb Johnson some more opportunities now. He needs 150 yards in the first 3 for that 1 goal. He's going to pick up a few of those here on a gain of 6. 3rd down and 1, and McLeod's going to throw it. And he's been looking for Riddick early. That's why I wanted him to swap roles with Metcalf, because he needs the volume. Feed Joey Riddick is the plan. And now we're throwing over the middle. Metcalf makes the catch. Steelers facing pressure. It's out. And a 1st down gain. Xavier Legette. First catch is a Pittsburgh Steeler. Now we're inside the red zone. This is Caleb Johnson territory. And on 2nd and inches, couldn't get it. Fullback dive. Wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. That 2nd-year fullback, Bryce Lewis. And now we're looking to take the lead from Cincinnati as McLeod. He broke a tackle. That's one way to get it done. McLeod scanning, fires! Oh, he caught it! Flag down, and I think it's on the Bengals. That's what I'm talking about. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth with a great catch. These last 2 drives have been excellent. We just gave them 2 points. They punted us down to the 1, immediately a safety. Oh, come on. They got Dante Thornton as well now. He has 3 catches on the drive. I think T. Higgins got hurt. Rodriguez and Chase are out there. Bengals trying to recapture the lead, and they are stuffed by number 91, Jalen Dalton, another young defensive player. We're trying to prepare for a greater workload. We're still going to play a bit of Jordan Davis this year, but I do think Dalton will have a lot more snaps. 4 yards away for Cincinnati. Heavy pressure. Touchdown. I think this Todd Bowles defense is going to be a bit more aggressive than we've been in years past, and plays like that are pretty ugly. A high-scoring first half as Pittsburgh gets the ball now for a 2-minute drill. Marquise McLeod dumps it, and Caleb Johnson turns it into a gain of 18. McLeod feels pressure. He needs to trust it better. He's going to scramble now and get the first.
2nd and 10.
Chase Brown is the running back now, and McLeod has Metcalf. A 1st down catch. Pittsburgh going empty on 1st and 10. Wide open, Chase Brown dashing through the middle.
At the 20-yard line.
A lot of empty for McLeod. And Hendrickson was there first, and down he goes. We let the clock run here. We still have 1 timeout left as McLeod will just set up the field goal. That's the right play. This has been a pretty fun battle. We haven't had enough games like this. Big touchdown Cincinnati, though, to open the second half. Jamar Chase, 46 yards. We're down 8. Oh, Nick Johnson got into the game. 3rd and 1. We lose 2. And we jump ahead to the 4th quarter. The Steelers trail by 8. We have the ball at our 24-yard line, and Chase Brown with a good run has a 1st down. McLeod now throwing across the middle. Freiermuth has 9 yards. Throwing near side again. Freiermuth, 1st down. Three receivers this time, and over the middle, opening DK Metcalf. I like seeing more of these downfield attempts from McLeod. 34 yards away, now underneath, and DK picks up 8 more. You'll notice the undrafted rookie, he's out there, Britton Hawkins, running to the edge. Here's Johnson down the sideline to the 10. I have Hawkins out there because we're trailing. I think he's a good receiving threat to maybe have in the game if we go to tight end. Inside the 5 now, Caleb Johnson. Man, what is happening with the offensive line injuries? I changed Soriano's number, by the way, from like 50-something to 72. He needed a true tackle number. Throwing on second down, McLeod got through and throws incomplete. Sometimes it is better to keep it. 3rd and goal for Pittsburgh. Back to pass and throwing. Lewis hit down at the 1. And on 4th and goal, the offense stays on. We got a couple tight ends on the right side. Caleb Johnson, the running back. And it's a throw. Scrambling. No! And down goes Marquise McLeod. The blocking AI has been so bad. I mean, he's not aligned weird. He's quickly up the field, and Frazier again just... He's not even the first one to make contact with him. If there's actually time, the undrafted Britton Hawkins is open. The blocking AI is part of why I also don't really like 3-step drops, because I need my quarterback deeper in the pocket with how quickly they can get pressured in areas like that. Nice catch, and the hit helped him out there. Marco Rodriguez first down. So the defense has to make some plays now. Cincinnati's up by 8. Not much room for error. I do feel like we've stopped the run pretty well today, but Cincinnati does not care about running the football. They're empty on 2nd and 10. Burrow, plenty of time, and caught by Higgins. What do you mean the Bengals' offensive line is actually protecting Joe Burrow? Maybe not this time. Peyton Wilson, take him out of bounds. Loss of 5. 3rd down and 11. Burrow over the middle. Perfect timing and a first down. Faking. They want to go deep here. And Burrow, it's picked. Intercepted. Peyton Wilson. Huge turnover for the Steelers. Still, we got to score 8 and then try to find a way to win. 4.5 to play. And the ball is out. Caught by Joey Riddick. Pressure picked up, and McLeod, he has Freiermuth, who takes off inside the 40. Inside give and a good run. Caleb Johnson picks up 10. Chase Brown, and again running room. Steelers to the 10. I think there's a lot to be impressed by with this offense. But trying to cap this drive off. Floated, touchdown! Jalen McMillan with enough time on the clock too. We're going to go for 2. This is for the tie. 3 receivers in the pattern. And McLeod, he floats. It is incomplete. McMillan could not hold on. So we need to get the football back and score again. Under 3 to go. Bengals starting the drive in the air. They float it, and he stays on his feet. Great play for Dylan Sampson. Now it's a run, and they only get 1, but this is not where you want to be in situations like this. I almost wonder if giving him the first down on that catch would have been more beneficial. It's 3rd and inches, and Burrow sneaks for it as we call our last time out. Now, this next play is likely to go longer than 2 seconds, so it should take this game to the warning as they'll wheel outside with Sampson. But now a first down ends the game, and the Bengals go to spread the field out. This has to be a run, though. Big hit. Stewart was there, and then the tackle made. I'd be wanting to throw it here to Jamar Chase. 3rd down and 6, and they will throw it on the screen. Big block, another one, and that's going to be the ball game. The blocking is just too good. Lineman out in front, Beanie Bishop's on the ground. I mean, just a great job leading the way. Not much we can do there. 25-23, Bengals win. The safety ultimately ends up being the difference in this game. I thought the offense looked much improved after the first 2 drives. There was a lot to like, but the bar for success in the AFC is high. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick for both Burrow and Marquise McLeod. Chase Brown, 66 on the ground. Caleb Johnson had 42. While Joey Riddick has 8 catches for 98. Jaden Blue was a huge problem for us in this game. Marco had 6 catches. Chase only had 3, but 2 of them had found the end zone. 2 sacks for Roderick Barber, 8 tackles. A fun start to the year, but we do not get the win. We're also keeping an eye on the Las Vegas Raiders, who in the debut start for Joe Book beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. Joe Book threw the first touchdown of his NFL career. He was also sacked 3 times, only had 182 passing yards. They ran the football a lot with Ashton Genty, and his touchdown pass went to Zay Flowers. We'll keep an eye on Joe Book all throughout the season. Unfortunately, we do not face him. He was the quarterback, of course, in my Johnny Sampson Road to Glory. And I'm excited to see how well his NFL career ends up going. Schedule does not get easier in week 2 as we now get to face Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. In Baltimore, trying to avoid the 0-2 opening. We're going to play the Bengals again in 2 weeks, and we'll play, I believe, 4 division games ahead of the deadline. Love seeing the big plays, though. Joey Riddick off to a good start this season. Whoa, a 24-yard touchdown. We went for it on a 4th and 2. Aggressive out the gate. We go up early on the Ravens. But Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, leads their offense down the field. And on 3rd and goal, it is a touchdown to LeJontay Wester. What's different about the Ravens now is that Derrick Henry has retired. Looks like Greg Lacy is their main running back. Somebody will have to get to know, as Peyton Wilson now has interceptions in the first 2 games of the year. That we don't want to see. Joey Riddick just got hurt. Trying to get points before the half, and it's Chase Brown on the reception. Is Riddick not out there? He is. He's back in. We're at full strength, it appears. 3rd down and 4. Good protection. McLeod throws it last second. Intercepted. We're seeing a lot of these plays where he has a chance to scramble and he's going to throw it instead. Greg Lacy ran for an 80-yard touchdown. 82 overall, 89 speed, 231 pounds. So they still wanted to have that power running back. So he's not quite Derrick Henry, but he certainly has some power. Maybe like a better version of Gus Edwards for them. Right before halftime now, down 3. We maximize these seconds. Pass is caught. That was Joey Riddick. Now at the 47. And again dropped off. Joey Riddick will get us 9. Detaching Freiermuth on third down. The laser gets batted down. Good coverage from the Ravens. And yeah, I think punting here is the call with how much time there is left. Another close game. And that's Greg Lacey right there, who had the 80-yard score. Jalen Ramsey just picked off the Ravens on the third play of the second half. I'm watching us take a delay of game right now. What was this? This play has like 10 seconds worth of motion. It's getting deleted. McLeod now backs up, throws it complete. Metcalf almost got in. We got Chase Brown in the backfield here. Fullback dive. Lewis got to the 1. Offense stays in the game. Just one receiver. Power on power here on 4th and goal, where it's Chase Brown. Touchdown. Steelers will take the lead. Fourth quarter with the Ravens and Steelers. Baltimore down 4, and they run this one. It's Greg Lacey and a first down. Now the fake, and oh, it's dropped by Mark Andrews, who had all kinds of room. Lamar, he dances away and will throw it away now. Pressured by TJ Watt. Now it's 3rd and 10. And we bring pressure, but can't get through as Jackson's pass deflected. If he caught that, I would lose my mind. That was way too close. But nice stop. Steelers ball now. How do we protect this lead? Nothing there for Caleb Johnson. This has been a difficult game to run. Now McLeod's going to dish it out and hit Freiermuth. He scans on third down, hits the open man, McMillan. Here's a stretch. Caleb Johnson taken down again. It's probably going to be on McLeod to win this game, and he finds a wide open receiver in Metcalf. Hand off, running room. Here we go, Caleb Johnson! A 37-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the lead. Suddenly there was all kinds of room, and he put a nice move on the safeties. There isn't anyone in this area for Baltimore. Everybody flows to the outside. So it's an easy cut here for Caleb Johnson. Nice move there. Off to the races. Damone Clark picks up a sack as we attempt to close out Baltimore. It ain't over yet. Lamar Jackson has a 4th and 9. And Jackson steps up, floats the pass, and it's batted away! And then picked off by Kobe Bryant. Patrick Stewart was on the coverage. He knocked the ball up in the air. Final minutes now. Baltimore still has all of their timeouts. And they're down 2 scores. So they're just going to send out Tyler Loop now to make this an 8-point game with their timeouts intact. An onside kick now for Baltimore. We hit it first, hit it second, and now fall on it. What are we doing? Still got the ball, I guess, but we tried to give it to Lamar right there. Pittsburgh just play normal, please. Chase Brown. Loss of 2. Chase Brown carries, breaks a tackle. Ravens spend their second timeout. And it's 3rd and 4 Steelers. A first down ends the game, and McLeod steps up, floats, and it's batted down. Again, the scramble would not be a bad decision there. And the punt is angled out at the 14. The Ravens will have a timeout, and they need to go 86 yards. and then get the 2-point conversion. Close it out, and we get our first victory. Lamar starts off the fake. Zay Flowers. They're going to spend the timeout there out of necessity because of the injury. What's this formation doing here? 2nd down and 1. Here's Rashad Bateman. But now, how much time do they lose? Getting to the line, having to spike it now. 8 in coverage now for the Steelers. Watt almost got to Jackson, who gets the first down. Quick throw, caught. Mark Andrews. 10 seconds left facing 4th down. And the Ravens with Jackson. He's going to get the first down, dump to Lacey, but now they're going to run out of time. And the Steelers will hold on for their first win of the year. I think a pretty solid win. We took the ball away a couple times. The offense played pretty well despite difficulties running the football. I'm happy with that. McLeod, 232 yards. Wow, we picked off Jackson 3 times and held him to 200 yards passing. Good signs already from the pass defense in comparison to last year. Caleb Johnson broke off a nice run. McMillan's been making plays and standing out. And on defense, Ramsey, Wilson, and Bryant all had picks. Damone Clark. And no one else for us had a sack in this game. It's tough to bring down Lamar. We also had an injury. I believe I know who it is. And it's Peyton Wilson. Dislocated elbow after a tremendous start to the year. And that means Damone Clark will be getting far more playing time going ahead. Let's check on the weekly recap. I haven't done this in a while. Give me a Raiders highlight, please. Starting with our game. Here is the short touchdown for Chase Brown. Show the Caleb Johnson touchdown in that spot, man. Yes, good win for the Steelers. And now let's go to New Orleans, where the Las Vegas Raiders come in 1-0. And Joe Book tosses it out. Our first look at Joe Book pitching to Ashton Genty. The spin, the score. The Raiders are 2-0, despite Joe Book not really putting up major production so far. And then these NFC West games get weird. Cardinals, Rams, both at 1-0. And it's Arizona with a deep ball down the far side. Nice catch. It's a 21-9 win for the Cardinals on this Michael Wilson touchdown. All right, guys, you know how I like to do these first episodes of the year. I want to go through ideally 3 games so that we are not going to be 500. You got to lean one way or the other after the first few games of the season, and we get the 0-2 Jets. Tony Rodriguez was a draft pick of mine, and I'm trying to develop him into a potential starting center. He has hidden development. He's a good pass protector, but if he's going to start, he needs to be more well-rounded. So we're on that path right now. Got his first upgrade taken care of. This team has been fun to watch so far. I think that much is obvious. The offensive changes, I can already feel those have been positive. And the defense, playing against some good teams, we have been far more competitive. Big pass there, Jalen McMillan. So many times it is just Jalen McMillan with the big play on 3rd down. Metcalf then scores a 23-yard touchdown. Who's the Jets quarterback these days? Come on, pass the ball. It is Damone Burks. 3rd year, 74 overall, getting the start over Sam Darnold and Mason Goddard. He's got decent accuracy. Pretty good, honestly, and 87 throw power. Their other quarterbacks aren't injured. I don't know if he has like a player tag that makes him like a future starter quarterback of the future. I'll have to look more into that one. That's Damone Burks. And the Jets face 3rd down and 6. And we send for, it's complete, but no first down. Man, they're playing it super safe, and they're going to take their points here. 42-yard field goal is good. Jets' next drive is going extremely well. Touchdown Tutu Atwell from Sam Darnold. What are the Jets doing? Oh, Burks got hurt. Wow, torn labrum. And just like that, Sam Darnold is back as the Jets quarterback. And the Steelers driving in the second. Two tight ends on the field. Here comes DK. Running Chase Brown. Not much. Throwing complete and bouncing off is Metcalf. A first down. Can we get the conversion here? 3rd and 6 against pressure. That ain't going to do it. But how about 4th down? We run. Caleb Johnson does not get it. What a tackle. Sam Darnold is cooking. This is not good. Touchdown Jets. They lead 2 scores going into halftime. And now they're trying to extend their lead in the 3rd. What's going on? We're just going the wrong way. Javier Martinez, that's their top 10 tight end they drafted. What's going on with us right now? We just keep having these 3 and outs, and then the Jets go on a long drive, and it's just happened too many times. 28-7. Got a long way to go. 125 passing yards, just not very effective. McLeod. Oh, that was ugly. Quinnen Williams will get sack credit. 3rd down and 14. There's the deep ball from McLeod, and Metcalf can't make the catch, and he probably should have. Desperate 4th down for Pittsburgh. Needing 14, and McLeod escapes some pressure, has to let it fly. He does. There's a flag down. It's on Pittsburgh. It'll be a turnover on downs. Illegal forward pass. Hey, a good play from Patrick Stewart. I'm looking for good signs anywhere. Not many in this game. Stewart's playing a lot of cornerback here. He's getting on the field a decent bit. I like his aggressiveness. Now he blitz him. And they beat that blitz easily. Breece Hall speeding to the end zone. Wow. We just fumbled the ball away. Jets get it back. It's our worst game we'll play this year. I wasn't able to close Super Sim, so I dashboarded out of the game to try and reload it. Because usually you can just resume the game, but it keeps crashing. So I'll just force a win for the Jets then. So we'll have this one go in the books as a 27-7 loss. It's still a lopsided game where the offense didn't play very well. I expected us to look a lot better against the Jets. I don't know why we looked so bad, but we look completely overmatched. So another up and down episode, and that's basically been every video to this point. I thought we showed some really good things today in those first 2 games, and then I don't know what happened there afterwards. Joey Riddick's being used a lot, though. He's going to have a lot of receptions if this all keeps up. And the defense I thought was improved against Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, just not so much afterwards. So we'll have to find out who this team really is. 2 more division games coming up, then a bye. We go at Philadelphia, and that will take us into the trade deadline. Can we finally be in a better position for this year's deadline? I don't want to be trading away more veteran players, but if that's what it comes down to, the free agents this year are Zach Frazier, Caleb Johnson, Xavier Legette. The big one's going to be TJ Watt. You know, I have to make a decision if we are not in good shape at the deadline. Freiermuth is going to be a free agent. Troy Fautanu, Jack Sawyer. Jalen Ramsey. This is a pivotal year in the franchise. What do you guys think? Let me know down below, and we'll get back to the action here shortly and see if the Steelers can build some momentum going into the trade deadline. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.